Hey Stampers, it's Gaynor again. I know I made a little gift bag a couple of days back, but I've made another one. I want to use up as much DSP as I can before it retires in June, which won't be long. So I haven't done it that so any particular kind of cards or anything that go in, but I've put some metal work on, got some little charms on there. Just so cute, and it's got a little magnetic closure. You can get all sorts in there. It's quite a good sized little bag, isn't it? And then just close that over. It reminds me of my nana used to have a shopping bag that curved out at the sides so she could fit loads in. She said she could stand it up straight when the handles were off, and it looks quite square, but she said when she was out shopping then, because the sides just bulged out, she said she could do loads of shopping. Well, I had a link sent to me off the Gorgeous Carla for one of these. It made, what was it called? A poster board size one. And I was like, ah! Off the lovely May. But it was something like 8 inches, and then I think it had 6 inches in the centre. And I was thinking, where'd you get paper that size? I mean, I've seen A3 and I've seen A2, but I wouldn't know where to get this poster board stuff. And it had 8 inches either side. It was humongous. And I thought, no. I'd love the bag. Very similar to this one as well. Thought there was no way I got paper that size, and I didn't want to start joining paper together because it needed to be something like 26 or by 30, I don't know. I didn't even get as far as the measurements. I was like, oh my gosh, I just haven't got paper that big. So I thought, let's try and make one out of 12 by 12 instead. I love the fact that it's got a nice little border on. I may take it down and make it smaller, but this is pretty much May's idea, but I've just downscaled everything, if you know what I mean. So her idea, I've made bags like this before, but a long time ago, but downscaled. So I've got a little tip for you as well. I'm just going to cut 2 circles out ready for when my magnets go on, because these are just to hide the magnets. It was just after the paper was left over. So that's that done. So I'll set them to one side. My handles now, I've cut these to 1/2 inch. So I now want to round the corners, and I tried on here, and it just doesn't look right. So, and I got a little tip for you. Use your 1/2 inch, or maybe I should use my 3/4 inch, because I had a bit of a squeeze to get that in. You want to round your corners, push it up, just so you can't see it anymore, and level it off. No, it's got to be done with this 1/2 inch, because that's the width of the paper. Let me just see, because I don't know. Let me just try not to put it on the wonk. So just put it under. It does round it off a little bit, but I found this one was way much better. I did it on this one, and look, it really rounded the corners off. But I think they're slightly smaller, because these are 1/2 inch. Yeah, it's catching, so it's obviously not. Oh, they are starting the centre. Work your way out. Oh no, it's going to ruin it. It's going to ruin it. It needs to be a little bit smaller. Let me see if I can do it on these ones. Put it in. Oh, look at this, it's falling apart, man. So, slide it in. No, because I've got to go through here. Once it's in, we go. There we go, look. And now punch. And it gives me gorgeous little rounded corners. Isn't that good? Cute, cute, cute. So, start at the bottom, wiggle your way up. There we go. And then push. Look, beautifully rounded corners from a little bag. So, just straighten this out in your bone fold. We are going to add tape to the end. And we are going to curl this, so look at that. And I'm not even... and it helps to curl it for me, look. And then we can add right, let's see if we can get this one looking nice. Let me just burnish that out. Just gently work it in. There we go, that got it that time. Oh, little nick there. Perfect. And then we're gonna be burnishing this anyway, so let's try this other end now. Start back, just wiggle it gentle. Perfect, look at that. I got perfect rounded corners now. So whatever strip it is, obviously you can do it if it's an inch thick, but like if it was like 3/4 of an inch, maybe it wouldn't round that off. I know, look at this. It does go back together though. Just slide in, there we go, it's back together and it's working, don't worry. They just slide in down the bottom there. So, but there we go, that's my tip on how to get rounded corners when you've got something this small. I was thinking, because every time I put it through there I was thinking, oh my god, how am I going to round them corners off and make it look neat? And then I just thought, well, you've got a 1/2 inch circle punch, push it through, and there's our handles. So these are the width of the cardstock, 11 3/4. With the other ones, they got cut down a few times. This one now is about 11 1/2. So, and then just give them a little ply with, and then we can attach glue. Look how cute they are, them that little, look better than square. So pop them to one side, we'll use them later. I'm just making sure they're roughly the same. There's a little fraction, but it's a handbag. So I'm also going to round the corners off this strip, and this piece is 2 3/8 by 5. This is going to be the catch over on our bag. Oh, there we go. And then round off the TSP as well. And this is all I had left over. This was from a scrap piece, and it's the only piece that matches this. I had 2 full sheets and a little square of this, so I cut this down, and this is 2 1/4 by 4. I know it's not going to fit on the back, but the back bit I'll show you now. You're not going to see. Well, you will see it, but it's not going to be mega noticeable. Look on the back. So I've got it right perfect down here, and then it's a little bit short at the back. That needs gluing back. I'll add a bit more glue. It's a little bit short at the back, but you could add some stitch work there with a white gel pen. You know, add some stitching detail like that, probably. I don't think it shows up so well on the Stampin' Up cardstock because it just likes to absorb everything. So just add some stitch details. That's not too bad actually. So let's just glue this piece on. And I want the floral on, because you can see the floral on the inside, I want the floral on the outside as a contrast. Let's pop that out of the way. Sorry about that, I knew it was going to go. I thought I had a bit longer than that. So I've just glued that piece onto there. I'm just going to add some detail. It's just one of those Uniball gel pens. Is it? Signo. Can you see that? Uniball Signa. So just add some. I didn't want to cut a whole sheet of 12 by 12. Just for a little patch of this. So improvise. Add some detail. You can jazz it up with all sorts of things. And with it being a little handbag, you can just add stitching. That looks really cute. So we're going to manipulate this as well later. You know, just give this a curl. I don't want to score it and have it rigid. I just want it to be able to scooch over my bag, so I got my closure. I'll sort that out later as well. Right, I've also got 2 strips of, this is the 1 inch. Look at that, I can't cut a toffee. Look at that, it's right out. So I'm going to take these down to 3/4 actually. And we're going to join the 2 together, add tape, and then we're going to use the pretty punch to cut that out. So I'm going to line that up at 3/4 there. Doesn't look straight, does it? That's it. And then fetch that over and press it down so it doesn't move. Fingers crossed. I've taken it down to 3/4 inch now. So again, on that side, a tiny little gap. And push it out. So we've taken that little bit off. So now that's 3/4 inch. I think it looks beautiful, but I think it's a little bit too tall. So yeah, I've taken an extra 1/4 inch off. I'm going to grab some tape. There we go. And then I'm going to join those together. Get all the air out. And then what I'll do is set this on a line, making sure it's all the way across on the line and not skew with. Oh, look at me moving it. Right, let me move down. So all the way across onto that line, and then attach this piece. And make sure you follow it all the way down on that line, just to keep it in place. Now I'm going to add my tape first. get rid of the air bubbles while I'm there. Where's my little block? There we go, we've got tape all the way to the edge. Whoops. Sorry about that. Make sure you've got the air out. And again, this is going to help with us, well, I need to cut it. I'm going to stop doing that now, Gaynor. Just wait until you've cut it out first. So I'm going to start on the end and I'm working my way across. I'm doing it upside down because I find it easier to line it up onto the next one. I can see. It doesn't take long at all doing it this way. So I can see where I'm joining the paper, see? Just pop it in. Now that was the joined up piece. Yeah, I thought it was. Looking good there, isn't it? Somebody gifted this to me and I can't remember who. I think it was Denise. The beautiful Denise. Oh, and I love it. I use it a lot when I'm making albums. Or decorative pages. And this is going to be plenty to go around the bag at the bottom and at the sides to decorate the sides as well. Nearly done. I've got a tiny little bit now on the end there. And then we're done. Yay! Isn't that pretty? Oh, I love it. It's worth the effort. If you're going to give somebody a beautiful gift, you might as well make them a beautiful gift bag to put in it. Let's get rid of that first. And then we can start on our bag. So we've got all our elements ready. So you're going to need a piece of 12 by 12. Do you know what? I've already stuck that down, otherwise I'd have done the opposites this time. But I want the arrows going up. I've got them go, well, that's the back. I want them going up. So when you grab your trimmer, whichever way you want the arrows to face, or if you've got a directional paper, stick it on the side, because we're going to score this at 11.5, and it's easier than trying to scoot into the corner. And 11.5. And then we're going to score this at 4.5 and 7.5. Turn it the 90 degrees now, so the arrows are pointing the right way. And we're going to score this at 3 3/4 and 8 1/4. And that's it. So you can pop your scoreboard away. So we're going to burnish the lines. I love it. It's a pretty little bag when it's done, I think. Right, now you're going to cut up, making sure you've got the arrows where you want them. So I'm going to use my larger scissors, and I'm going to flip it over because now I can see my score lines. remove the tabs, these ones, only off the 2 outer ones. You don't have to, you can leave them on if you want, but I'm taking mine off. And then we're going to do exactly the same, what we done there, down this end. There you go, that's the only bit of waste I'm going to have. Right, that's the back and that's the front. So now we're going to glue these two together. And this is coming over, and then you know the little 1/2 inch flap, then we're gonna tuck it over and secure it in that way. And the same here. So it does look like a little box, but it won't be once we squeeze the sides and manipulate the sides. So again, and because this is the way it was measured, it comes up slightly higher, and I like that. So you don't need a lot of glue on this first panel here. It's basically just to attach this piece. Just sit them down so they're nice and level at the top, and then you can just make your way in. Now you're going to put lots of glue on this piece. And then you can fetch this side up and just run your hand inside. And then we're going to attach a bit of glue to this flap. It doesn't go all the way down, so but only attach it to this flap. If you wanted to, you could have mite at the ends, but I don't think you really need to. And then we're just going to squeeze that over the top. Let me open those out so you can see what I've done. So you could even do it like this, but just add a touch of glue on this one. It's basically just to stop it falling open inside. So make sure they are all level. And then you can put your hand in. Just add a bit of glue there, just to keep them together. And then attach lots of glue then. If you wanted to, you could just lay that flat. Burnish it with your hand and then just add it on this flap. Come over there a bit. And then just go back in. And now you can see there's the shape we're going to get once we're going to attach magnets now. I know that's why I've got the 2 circles. You won't be able to see them after. Two, lovely. I don't know if I've got glue dots. I've got these ones, but they're not very nice. I don't know why they're coming out. Oh no, they're not the one. I'm going to have to get glue dots. I could have swore I had a packet. These are on like film. Ooh. They're individual. Look. You've got to take the piece of paper off. Ugh. I'm supposed to stick to this, see? And then add that on there. See what I mean? So this is the front. I'm just going to add that in there. And we're going to attach this on the back. So I'm going to add some tape and glue. I've got some thicker tape here. That. Just give this another burnish. And then making sure you've got it the way you want it, because this is going to be the front and the back. Just a bit of wet glue as well, because it gives you wiggle space. About 1.5 inches. And then I'm just going to eyeball this. And then I'm going to stick it down. And because my magnet's got a glue dot on, I can close this over and squeeze that together. And then I can add, whoops, where have I lost my circle now? I've lost one of my circles. Oh, there it is. I've got the drops, lady. So this one, just add as much glue as you can right to the edges, because you don't want any of it poking up. And then look at that. You want to follow the line of you. I'm just going to pop that there because it's just to cover where the magnet is. Perfect. Beautiful. So that bag's going to stay like that. I'm just going to give it a squeeze at the bottom. I need to just going to put the lid on this just for a second. I'll try and kill that. Whoops. Just kill that flap a little bit more. There we go. Oh, it's ripped. Oh my gosh, I've torn it. Watch this if I do it quickly. I am a silly idiot sometimes. Just right along the edge. And let's do some repair work. I'm just going to add it over the top. Just because it dries clear. I can't believe I did that. I'm going to leave that on and I'm going to leave it to dry clear. you know, like nail polish does. Like a soldering iron. So I'm going to give that just a few seconds to go off. I'm a silly sausage. Please don't do what I've just done. Do it before you attach. Just give that a little couple of minutes now to go off. There. Fingers crossed. Get these glue dots gone. Oh, don't like them. I need them back on the roll, so... Oh, Mr. Boyce is a darling. He's coming up with my coffee. I can hear you. Oh, Mr. Boyce, you're a diamond.
You are.
Thank you, sweetness. Okay. I really need that. Thank you so much.
Okay.
Oh, I'm just going to have to... I'm going to put some tape on the inside, actually, because every time I squeeze that bag, it's just going to come undone. So, please don't do what I just did. Just going to lay that down. Attach it from the inside. That way it doesn't get seen, and then trim off. Oh, these scissors are terrible. They're close-up work. Oh, right. I'm just going to leave it like that for now. Can't believe I've just done that. But I'm not a quitter. I'm not giving up. I end up with more glue over me than I do my project. So again, we're just going to add this over the top of the magnet underneath. Nobody will see this, but it's just there for extra. It's just so it doesn't move or fall off. Because I mean, it's only held on with a little glue dot, so I'll just stop it from falling off. So squeeze these. Perfect, she says. Come on, please, just bend a little bit more. That's it. The other one's working fine, come on. That's better. Oh, I hate the fact that I found. Look at this one, it's perfectly domed. And all I did was worked it with my bone folder. I can't do it now, it's attached. But let's grab our little handles now, and I'm going to use tape and a bit of glue for that as well. And then we're going to attach our trim all the way around. Oh, I've got to have a swig of coffee, girls. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh, I needed that. So I'm just going to add just about ½ an inch worth of tape on either end. Super sticky this stuff is as well. And these are going to get attached to our bag, and the little bit of glue will give me a chance to position it, make sure they're not going anywhere. And like I say, just about ½ an inch, if that. I got that little piece of sellotape stuck to my finger, it does not want to come off. So remove the backings off your first side. Add a tiny smidge of glue. Don't need a lot. And just attach it just down past, and just keep it nice and straight. until it all dries nicely. And then same on this side. There we go. Just grab a little blob of glue. You could have had ribbon if you wanted ribbon. I'm only going down as far as where I think my glue is. Just squeezing that so it's nice and tight. Perfect. Now we can do the back. Oh, my tape wants to come off that one. Just give it a squeeze down. And you're only attaching, say, just past there. Make sure it's lined up nice and straight. Little splodge of glue. And again, just line this up. About the same distance. And just give it a squeeze. You don't, that's it, straighten it up. And if you do get any little gaps at the back, just pull it back and squirt a little bit more glue down there. That one is perfect. That one's perfect. That one needs a tad touch in there. Perfect. That's beautiful. Now my handles have got no air in there. They've been attached with glue and tape. Just beautiful. Now this is magnetic, so it will just hold it into place for me whilst I glue it into place. How clever. Don't worry about the glue coming through. You can see that, but then you want to make sure that's nice and straight. It does dry clear, don't worry about that. You won't be able to see it shortly, but the magnet is holding that into place just while I glue that. Isn't that brilliant? Love it. So we don't need that anymore. I'm just going to straighten my chair and back. Have a swig of my coffee. I've got some lovely little Love Hearts pearls here, and I'm going to attach them to the handles as if they're held on like that, just to decorate. Roughly space them out. Oops, don't. Keeping them nice and straight. On the front and on the back of our now. Oh, croaky. I don't know what's happening with YouTube, because every time I click refresh on the page, I just do it to see how many subscribers I've joined that day. And they're going down, not up. So I don't know what's happening, but they did send me an email a couple of months back saying anyone that comes and just clicks and doesn't return within so many months, they can withdraw them now. So everyone that's on there is a true subscriber. So I'm just adding it, and I'm coming about half an inch, 3/4 of an inch away from the edge. And I'm going to attach. I'm pulling the tape with the back of my hand at the same time. So line that up right along the edge. give that a pull down. So you're not exposing anything until you pull on the back. So hold it straight. Yeah, so what they do is, anyone that hasn't been and visited your channel for a while, they delete them. So y'all need to come over more often. That is bang on. Come around this corner now. I can show you, stick that at the bottom. Just want to give that a little pinch, just to help that round. Just give that a little pinch for that. And then, oh look at this. And I'm just coming round the corner. And I'm going to snip that off as neat as possible. Leave that backing on for a second. Just going to put my hand inside to give it a grip. And with that, only having that small strip of paper, I'm just going to put my little tad of glue under the top there so I can glue that right down against it. And then we've got enough left to add to the sides, so peel that back. Gives it some strength as well here. Perfect, and then we can trim off that excess. Perfect, and then we got that bit for the other side. And then just trim off the excess. Oh, look at me, I've got it everywhere. Perfect. All we had left was that tiny little piece. Forgive me. Look at and then when you can see it on the sides now, you push it out. Just give it a gentle squeeze. And there is that beautiful little handbag. Oh, I love it. So cute. Isn't that beautiful? And then what I've got here, I've got a couple of charms. I've got a key, and a lock and a key. It will. It's not playing ball for me today. Stay. Right, I'm just going to balance that there. I got a lovely heart and a key, so I'm just going to grab some baker's twine. Don't need a lot. And I'm going to thread this through. Oh, look at that. I'm just going to give up filming. It's not working out for me anymore. Oh, bless. Right, I'll start again. Ah, gainer. That's better. And my little key. And I'm just going to tie them two together. Just so I know they won't fall off. You can see the two together there. Beautiful little charms. Key and a love heart. And then I'm just going to attach it on here. You can add a tag at a later date. It's entirely up to you if you're going to be giving this away. You could even attach a tag to the charms here, and so it's all attached at the same time. Just going to snip off the excess. And there's that little tag. So sweet. Isn't that gorgeous? So there's the one we've just made disastrously on camera, and there's the one I made off camera. So you could double those up. It's entirely, you could use ribbon, you could use twisted paper, you know, like the paper bag, shopping bags you get. I just love it. So cute, and with the metal work on there as well, just so dainty. I love them. So what do you reckon? Do you like it? This one's handle is the right length. I had to cut those down because I was messing around too much with them. But there they go. There's those two little cutesy handbags. Made from one sheet of DSP. Perfect for any type of gift. Just perfect. I love that stitching detail on the back now. And those little love hearts. I love the fact that I've got a smaller border. Well, they both look nice, but I prefer the smaller one. So there we go. I would really, 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 really love a thumbs up, a share and a subscribe, please. And if you were interested in and you liked what you saw and want to see more, I do 3D, I do cards, I do lots of things. And I'm also open to suggestion. If anyone would like to see me make something in particular, please leave a comment down below and I will do my best to sort it out as best as I can for you. So, until next time, thanks for watching. Bye.